Hi, and welcome back to the Listening Window. Today's story is called The Last Room on Maple Street. It's a long format English listening and speaking practice story, written in clear, everyday English with natural phrases you can use in real life. This story is full of emotion, mystery, and a twist at the end. Don't forget. You can download the full script, vocabulary list, quiz, answer key, and a bonus writing prompt using the link in the description. Let's begin. I didn't mean to stay at that motel. It just sort of happened. My car broke down on a rainy Tuesday night, somewhere between nowhere and nothing. My phone had no signal. My GPS had frozen, and the nearest town was 20 miles back. I should have stayed in the car. But then I saw the sign glowing in the rain, Maple Street Motel. Vacancy. It looked like something out of a 1980s horror movie. Flickering neon lights. A crooked roof. Windows that seemed to watch me, but I was cold, wet, and tired. So I walked in. The lobby smelled like old furniture and cigarette smoke. A thin man behind the counter looked up as if he hadn't seen another human being in years. Room, he asked. I nodded. Yeah, just for the night. He handed me a rusty key. Last one. Room 9. End of the hall. I didn't ask questions. I just took the key and dragged my suitcase down the creaky hallway. Room 9 was tiny and smelled like mothballs. The wallpaper was peeling. The lamp buzzed when I turned it on. But it was warm. It was dry. And it was quiet until 3 a.m. I woke up to a noise. A tapping sound. Tap, tap. Tap.it was coming from the closet. I sat up in bed, heart racing. Hello. I whispered like a fool. No answer. Just the tap. Over and over. I got up, grabbed the lamp from the nightstand, and opened the closet door slowly. Nothing. No coat rack. No hangers. No dust. Just emptiness. I closed the door and backed away. Then, behind me, I heard it again. Tap. 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 Only now it was coming from the mirror. I turned. The mirror was cracked slightly at the corner, and the crack seemed to be growing. That's when I saw it. Something in the reflection that wasn't in the room. A woman. Pale. Long hair. Standing in the corner, staring at me. I spun around. Nobody there. But in the mirror, she was still watching me. I did the only thing I could think of. I threw a towel over the mirror and crawled back into bed, pulling the covers over my head like a child. Somehow, I fell asleep. The next morning, the room looked normal. Empty. Quiet. Sunny even. I laughed at myself in the bathroom mirror. You watched too many scary shows, I said aloud. But as I packed my things, I noticed something strange. There were scratches on the inside of the closet door. Words. Don't trust the man at the desk. I stared at them, then ran out of the room with my suitcase. At the front desk, the man was sipping coffee and reading a newspaper. Sleep well? He asked, smiling. Yeah. Fine. Thanks, I mumbled. I gave him the key and practically sprinted outside. But as I opened my car door, I stopped. In the back seat, lying neatly across the seat cushions, was a motel key, room 10. But there was no room 10. I went back inside. Hey, I said, trying to keep my voice steady. How many rooms do you have? 9, he said. Like the sign says. I held up the key. Then what's this? His eyes flickered. Where did you find that? In my car. He looked at me, dead serious. You didn't open that door, did you? I don't even know where it is. He exhaled. Good. What happens if someone opens it? He looked down at his coffee, then back up. They don't check out. Thanks for listening to The Last Room on Maple Street. Only on the listening window. Get the full script, vocabulary list, quiz, answer key, and bonus prompt. Check the link in the description and tell me in the comments. What do you think is behind the door of room 10? I'll see you in the next story.